go right out on the live stream. Yep. Yeah, we turn you off in between innings, so we don't have to listen to it.
Yeah. So it's just
when you're umpire. Hello and welcome along to Fraser Ballpark in the heart of Hutt Valley here, where we've got the 2024 Softball New Zealand Under-19 Boys Championship. Diamond 1 action here for the final game of day 2, and we're up to game 25, I think it is. Game 25. North Harbour taking on Hutt Valley in this one. Should be a good competition. I'm Gary Rohihi for Ballpark Broadcasting. I'll be your play-by-play commentator. Joining me in the booth for your colour commentary is Craig. Something's just
I'm back.
Craig Wallace, thank you very much, Craig Wallace. He's been sitting in here for a while. This is up to a second game, Craig Wallace. I was trying to read Craig's. Just goes to show, but welcome along, Craig, and you've done a couple of games today, and how's things going for you?
Yeah, good. I actually just signed it in so that I didn't have to sit in the rain.
Nice. Hutt Valley fresh off an exciting game against Auckland earlier today, where they had an 8th inning tiebreaker and it absolutely blew out. Auckland scored 7 runs in the tiebreaker, but what a game they managed to play. The final score on that one was 12-7 for North Harbour against Auckland. Hutt Valley been very strong throughout the tournament. The game's going to get underway in a minute, but just before it does, we'll run you through some of the lineups. It's Hutt Valley who are going to bat in the first innings, so we'll run you through their batting lineup. The leadoff hitter today for Hutt Valley will be number 30, Zarshaw Wallace. He'll be followed by Keenan Easthope. Number 4, George McCarroll. Number 55, Caden Alexander Hall comes in. He's the DP in the team sheet. Jackson Williams, followed by Lennox Easthope. Brian Woolley, Taikaha Wilson-Cope, and Lincoln Foley rounds out their batting order. Defensively for North Harbour, out of right field, we've got Jesse Harris, Cameron Schmidt in centre field, Jaden Tapsell. Out at left, Jack Baker at shortstop. In the hot corner is Powder Cooper Nicola. Second base, JP Gerbes. First base, Harry Common. Doing the pitching out there in this one will be Jesse Fuller, number 31. He'll be pitching to catcher Demetrius Samph. And that is the defensive lineup for Hutt Valley. Been an exciting 2 days already so far in this tournament. You've got the umpire list on your screen right there at home plate. Home plate is Kevin Shee. Out at first base, Liam Stewart. And patrolling the third base will be Jill Farquhar. Your scorer for today in this game will be Naidi Clark. She'll be looking after the scoring today. That's the other teams involved today, but it's been some exciting softball. We've just seen Wellington go to the run-ahead rule, win on the run-ahead rule over Canterbury by 7-0. It was a fairly efficient performance, I think, by Wellington, Craig, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, they were really impressive. They put a lot of pressure on the Canterbury field. Even it was pretty close, 1-0 for most of the game. They got a couple of runs in the middle parts there, and then put them to the sword in the sixth. But young Ethan Grant threw really well on the mound. It was really efficient. And the bats came alive late. Of
course, we're at the end of day 2 now, so we're seeing sort of a rough order start to sort it out on who might be there at the sharp end of the tournament. There's still a couple of teams I haven't seen on Diamond 1 yet, but certainly Hutt Valley and Wellington should be 2 of them at this stage. Auckland put in what I thought was a reasonable performance to come back against North Harbour in the 1 o'clock game this afternoon, and I thought Cyril Wilson in particular threw a very good game. But also launched one over the centre field fence.
Yeah, that game was, it's a rugby terminology, but a game of 2 halves. North Harbour dominated it for 6 innings, and then Auckland the last 2 or 3. Yeah, the 7th and 8th, they scored like 8-10 runs.
Yes, they
12
did.
runs. Sorry.
Yeah, in 2 innings they really did put North Harbour out of it. And there's a nice swing. It's a moonshot out to centre field. He's gone right back. It's landed in front of the fence. Unable to be caught out there by Cameron Schmidt. So Zarshaw Wallace, who's been very impressive as a lead-off hitter for Hutt Valley, gets himself, or helps himself, to a stand-up triple, and that's a nice piece of batting from Zarshaw Wallace. The whole lineup for Hutt Valley, to be honest, in this tournament, probably led by George McCarroll, who's been very impressive. Craig have been very good.
Yeah, perfect start for them. One pitch, runner on 3. Just straight attack mode from the outset.
Straight attack mode.
Don't need anyone gets too settled in the seat. So yeah, good start. Young Keenan Easthorpe coming up. He'll be looking to drive the ball hard as well. Yeah,
well, we'll use the word impressive probably quite a few times over the next few batters, but Keenan has been another one. And not just the fact that they're swinging hard and are attacking, Craig, but they've bat smart. They're not trying to hit the cover off the ball and get it over the fence at every bat, but they're batting to the situations that are in front of them.
Yeah, they're not the biggest team in the world.
No, absolutely. Well, I mean, it's going to be interesting when they play Wellington, who seem to have a whole field of 6-footers out there. And
Wellington's the land of the Giants.
Yeah.
Hutt Valley's the total opposite.
But
it doesn't really matter, does it?
Keenan and George.
There's a lot more ways of scoring runs.
They're very tall in other ways, those boys, especially with their softball game.
We got a tough zone to throw you too, right?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. Of course, North Harbour dominated, you would say, for 6 innings of that game against Auckland. And then, to a certain extent, in the last, say, 2.5 innings, really capitulated to an Auckland attack that just kept them close, as we see Keenan strike out for the first out of the game.
Always tough to come back. They've had one round off from a heartbreaking loss.
Yeah.
That was, like I said, they were all over Auckland, up 4-0 in the 7th, 4-1 in the 7th. Yeah, they did well to come back and tie it up, and then Auckland put them to the sword in the tiebreaker. I wonder if that's a strategic move here from Hutt Valley coach Tyson Byrne to hit first and try and see if they can score a couple runs and see if that brings back some memories from earlier in the day.
Yep.
Knowing Tyson, I would think that was his thinking here.
Well, tell Tyson. I mean, the coaches in most of the teams I've seen on Diamond One have been very attacking. Tyson's one of the more attacking coaches out there.
Yeah.
As we see North Harbour give up the run at third base in order to take the out at first.
Yeah, surprised that. Surprised I scored there. Actually, I thought he was a little bit in no man's land.
Yeah.
And but seemed to work.
Yeah, Harbour scored the run Hutt Valley scored the run in fairly regulation fashion. Harbour not interested in holding up the runner, or maybe a sign of confidence in their own batting. And we'll find that out shortly.
Gave up the run to take the out and
come back hard themselves, because they are also an attacking team. Caden Alexander Hall, he's down as the DP in the lineup.
Yeah, he's been hitting the ball well this tournament. He started off, came off the bench game 1, for a pinch hit. Game 2, I think he was DP. Now he's moved up into the 4-hole, DP still.
So playing himself into the tournament.
Yeah. I think when we did the game yesterday, I'd said he'd taken a few years off and just came back to the sport a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
But he always had, even I remember him as a kid, he's still a kid now, but as a really young kid, and he had a good swing then, and he's still got a great swing now.
Here we go. He's hit that one straight back to the pitcher, who does indeed take the out at 1 for 3 outs in this ball game, but not before Hutt Valley open their account with 1 run here in the top of the first. It'll be North Harbour up next in the bottom of the first to see what they have when we come back after a few short messages. Well, welcome back to the bottom of the first innings here on Diamond One at Fraser Ballpark, where we've got North Harbour taking on Hutt Valley for the final game of day 2, game 25 of what's proving to be an exciting under-19 tournament. We'll just quickly run you through the batting lineup for North Harbour as they're about to get underway. The lead-off hitter at number 11, Paura Cooper Nicola, followed by JP Gerbes, Jesse Fuller and Jack Baker. Number 33, Harry Common comes in next, ahead of Demetrius Samph. Jaden Tapsell, Jesse Harris, and rounding out their order is Cameron Schmidt. Defensively for Hutt Valley, out of right field is Lennox Easthope. George McCarroll at centre field, Lincoln Foley at left. Zarshaw Wallace at shortstop. In the hot corner we have Jackson Williams. Second base is Keenan Easthope. Brian Woolley at first base. Jaden Hitter doing the pitching out on the mound for Hutt Valley. Two catcher Taikaha Wilson Cope.
Yeah, I think North Harbour pretty happy. I think after the runner on 3, none out. Hutt Valley scored the run obviously, but North Harbour got out of the inning. Could have led to a big inning if they so they'd be pretty happy. They'd come out, get their opportunity to score some runs themselves early as well.
North Harbour, despite the dramatics in the last innings and a half or 2 innings of their Auckland game, proved to be fairly efficient infield and operated very well for 6 innings. Good hitting by Auckland in the end. Very good hitting in the end by Auckland. Yeah,
this North Harbour team, I think the strength of their team would be their infield. They're pretty tidy. I think their full infield hits 1 to 4 for them as well. But yeah, they're pretty tidy, pretty impressive.
JP Gerbes up next for North Harbour as Paula Cooper Nicola got fired out at 1 for the first out of the North Harbour inning. And JP Gerbes has lined one deep out into the outfield. It's the centre fielder George McCarroll who gets comfortably under that in the end to take the catch for the second out. And this is pretty much what Jaden Hitter likes, wouldn't it? He's thrown, 3 pitches and 2 batters?
Yeah, we talked yesterday. He's pretty efficient.
Yeah.
Throws a lot of strikes. Keeps the ball down.
Yeah, so a shot like that, ably caught. And hasn't done too much work yet. Brings into bat number 31, Jesse Fuller. Down as the DP, a very accomplished softballer. Doing the pitching also for Harbour in this one. But can hit the ball very well indeed.
He has hit the ball well the last couple of days.
Listed as the DP on the sheet. Comes in and does the pitching, so if he's not pitching, I imagine he will still be hitting.
Yeah, definitely. Interesting to see him on the mound. I didn't think they would start him with this one, but
they had Ty Rhodes listed as the pitcher in the game against Auckland. Yeah. He came on later in the game and seemed to struggle, not just finding the zone, but possibly he might be carrying an injury.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And there we go. Jaden Hitter makes short work of Jesse Fuller as he strikes him out. 1, 2, and 3 down for North Harbour. That's 1 innings complete. It's Hutt Valley jump out to an early slim lead of 1-0. We'll be back to see what happens in just a minute. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Fraser Ballpark, We're on Sorensen Field. Sorensen Field, the number 1 diamond here at Fraser Ballpark. And it's Hutt Valley who are up to bat here in the top of the second innings. Number 7, Jackson Williams, is into bat for Hutt Valley. Another one of the Hutt Valley top order batters that have performed very well. A list of them it is, as they are very strong in the hitting lineup. Hutt Valley on Diamond 2 today, I believe played Waikato, and for a comfortable win. Last score I saw on that one was 10-2.
Yeah, I don't know what it ended up. Something like that though.
Play. 2 balls, 1 strike.
Nice pitch from Fuller, a rising pitch. Sees Williams foul that one back.
2 men.
I haven't seen Jesse pitch that much. I've seen him obviously hit a lot and play the outfield and a bit of first base and that sort of stuff. I haven't seen on the mound a hell of a lot, but he looks like he makes the ball move and decent little velo here.
Good movement. I've been commentating Jesse's games since probably under 15s. I seem to remember him at a tournament at Kapiti where he was one of their pitchers way back then.
Yep.
So he's no stranger to it, but I'd say he's become more and more important to them as a batter in recent seasons. Oh, this one's a high shot out to centre field. This time it's Cameron Schmidt getting under it. Takes it fairly comfortably for the first out. Jackson Williams heads back to the dugout to make way for number 52, Lennox Easthope. Lennox, another one of the lads, multi-sport athlete. Plays obviously high-level rugby in the winter, which makes way for a very good softballer in the summer. Very low cloud here at the moment. It's quite dark at a time of the day. Craig and I were just talking off camera that it's quite dark, so the lights are on here.
Reset.
You might not pick that up on your screens, but we are having to use the lighting here. It's very early in the day for that. But the low cloud, unfortunately, it's not chucking the moisture down at the moment.
Yeah, hopefully we get through this. Hopefully we can get through this game and reset for tomorrow.
Well, it's not chucking it down, but it is present out there, shall we say. There's a nice rising pitch again from Jesse Fuller. Gets Lennox Easthope chasing it up through the top of the zone.
Play.
Chasing it again.
Yeah, he's definitely getting it moved through a lot of the zone, and that's sort of what causes batters to think
1
twice
ball, 2
about
strikes.
swinging, isn't it?
Yeah, well, both of those pitches are well up. Lennox obviously didn't think it was going to jump that much.
Well, we're just saying we're coming into the end of day 2 of the tournament. Some of the favourites are beginning to sort themselves out now. Obviously, 2 that we've seen today in Wellington and now Hutt Valley. But I have been pleasantly surprised with the quality of some of the other teams like Franklin and Counties as well.
Yeah, I guess Franklin go through as one from their side of the section.
Yep.
Wellington 2, Canterbury 3. Is that how we're looking?
Yeah.
From
Yeah, there you go. Franklin, even very well performed. Go through as top qualifier for their section. Of course, we'll do all those crossovers tomorrow.
And I presume with this, it's this result will still dictate who goes through on here for this. I guess if North Harbour can beat Hutt Valley here, they will still go through one, I presume. Not too sure.
Oh, okay. So this is two teams that are through. They're just sorting out the order.
Yeah, I presume Hutt Valley, North Harbour and Auckland are through by the looks of things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. Well, there's 3 down while we've been discussing the various merits of winning and losing. And having said that, we have the end of the top of the second innings. Hutt Valley clinging to a 1-0 lead over North Harbour. We'll be back with more action in just a minute.
Your ideas, your plans, your vision for your dream home. At Golden Homes, we work with you to create a home you'll love living in. With total design flexibility, our exclusive gold standard building system and Zog steel framing proven to withstand magnitude 9 earthquake activity, your new Golden Home will have all the strength, comfort and sophistication you've been dreaming of.
It's a better home, your own. Golden Homes.
Golden Homes. Call 0800 22 22 36.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. It's North Harbour who are up to bat. The bottom half of the second innings here on Sorensen Field in Fraser Park, where we have what's shaping up to be a tight affair. Hutt Valley have a 1-0 lead over Harbour at the moment. Of course, Harbour fresh off a heartbreaking loss to Auckland. 5-all going into an 8th inning tiebreaker to lose it 12-6. And there's a long drive down to foul territory by Jack Baker.
Just about had a... the kid came out, picked up the ball, slipped over, just about fell off the fence.
Oh, no. No injuries out in the outfield anywhere, please. We don't want any dramas other than what's happening on the diamond. Here we go. We've foul ball up first base line for Jack Baker, who is definitely interested in hitting the ball hard here in this one.
Wait. 2 strikes.
Umpire Kevin Sheehy behind the plate, coming through nice and clear with his calls.
To come in pre-game and get him wired up, he
Yep.
took a bit of effort.
Phone call, Jack. Wait.
But yeah, all of the ambient effects coming through nicely on the umpire's mic. The slap of the glove, the hit of the ball. It's good. Just adds to the atmosphere of the ball game we're watching. Decent sprinkling of spectators, as you'd expect for a Hutt Valley game in their own, on their home diamond. Both stands are basically full.
Nice spot.
There's a nice spot by Jaden Hitter. Strike out Jack Baker in this one. That'll bring to bat the left-hander. Very well performed batter, Harry Common.
Yeah, enjoyed his time here at the Labour Weekend tournament. Took away the top hitter accolades.
Yeah, it was interesting to see him coming off the bench. In the previous game, I did make mention of the fact that if you can afford to have a batter of that quality sitting down, then you must be confident in your hitting lineup.
Yeah.
In the river. Bring it across. I've got it. It's better. Hey! 1 ball, 1 strike.
Nice shot of the Harbour dugout there. I see the game faces on for most of the boys. This one back to the pitcher. Comfortably taken out at first base. Harry Common for the second out in the innings.
Been pretty impressed with the defense of the pitches today for the 2 games that I've been in the booth anyway. Ethan Grant made a couple of nice catches straight back at him. And,
Cyril Wilson for Auckland also
Yeah.
made some nice plays.
Okay, Demetrius, thank you. Play!
Definitely one of the features has been the versatility of the pitches. Most of them are included in their batting lineups. At this stage of a lot of the careers in pitching, a lot of them are DP'd.
Well,
they sit down to do their jobs.
Jaden come to the Hutt Valley from Manawatu, and he, when he was up there, if he wasn't pitching, he'd play shortstop, play the second base. He plays for our Hutt City club. When he doesn't pitch, he usually plays in the infield somewhere, second, third.
Very
shortstop.
versatile. Yeah. Very versatile. Good to see.
Good ball!
Pulls the string on that one. Out there doing the batting for North Harbour is catcher Demetrius Samph.
Play! No, it's off.
Hits a good spot there, does Jaden hit it. Taikaha Wilson Cope is the catcher for Hutt Valley, and along with Hitta seems to form a pretty good battery. They seem to be on the same page in terms of communication. Nice work out there at third base by Jackson Williams. And it's 3 up and 3 down once again for Harbour.
Yeah, nice tidy start for Jaden Hitta.
Very tidy as we see the 2 dugouts undergoing their change.
Right.
We'll leave that for now, and we'll come back in the 3rd innings in just a few minutes' time.
Your ideas, your plans, your vision for your dream home. At Golden Homes, we work with you to create a home you'll love living in. With total design flexibility, our exclusive gold standard building system and Zog steel framing proven to withstand magnitude 9 earthquake activity, your new Golden Home will have all the strength, comfort and sophistication you've been dreaming of.
It's a better home you'll own. Golden Homes.
Golden Homes. Call 0800 22 22 36.
Well, welcome back to Sorensen Field here at Fraser Ballpark, where we are now in the top of the 3rd innings. Things going along quite quickly here. We've got Hutt Valley up to bat, and at number 8, Taikaha Wilson Cope, it is the catcher. He'll be followed in the on-deck circle by number 6, Lincoln Foley. Things just seem to be darkening a little bit more here, but the lights are taking more and more effect as we go on. But having said that, we've got a young man from the Hutt Valley Development Team has joined us in the booth for a quick chat as we see a nice rise ball on the inside from Jesse Fuller. We've got Jude Dawson joining us. Jude, welcome along.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Have you got number 3 on? Sorry about it, you'll be able to hear him now. Jude Dawson, welcome along.
Thank you very much for having me.
No problem, no problem. Good to see you. Jude, you hail from the Hutt City United Club?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you're
you're
a local Hutt
Yeah.
Valley boy, born and bred?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Down the road.
Yeah. Shortstop?
Yeah.
What club are you? Oh, I've just said it, Hutt City United. Now, I've just been informed that your grandfather, John Dawson,
Yeah.
and Uncle Terry Nuns,
Black
a
sock.
couple of legendary players in New Zealand softball.
Yeah.
Have you been aware of that legacy most of your life?
Yeah, it's been brought up quite a bit. It's one of the reasons I do play softball as well.
Oh, nice one. Good.
Just to represent that Dawson name.
Excellent. No, that's fine. There's plenty of that. I believe there's a Wallace out there representing somebody out there as well, and doing pretty well.
You don't
But-
quite sit in the same same realm as
Is,
Dawson and Nuns
Dawson and
trio.
Nuns, yeah, yeah, that's right. You're with the development team here. How's that going for you, Jude?
It's going really well.
Yep.
Obviously, we've probably come into this tournament as the underdogs,
Yep.
and we've kept, we've actually been playing well, hitting well, fielding well, keeping the scores pretty tight, always tight games.
Yep.
But no, I'm enjoying it, playing shortstop, leading off. It's been a great experience so
Oh,
far.
lead-off hitter as well?
Yeah.
Is that something you've developed, or you've always been the lead-off?
Nah, it's probably the first ever time I had to lead off,
Yep.
and I've enjoyed it quite a lot actually.
Yep. Well, you got some pretty experienced coaching staff out there. How are you enjoying your time under them?
Yeah, Daryl and Stacey, they're great coaches.
Yeah.
Couldn't ask for anyone more. Tina, also a great manager. Really does help us out and keeping us organised and everything,
Oh, nice one. Nice one.
so we know when to show up.
Well, Tina, she's a fantastic manager in whatever sport she does it, because she does a lot of that work with the Randwick Rugby League Club as well. And yeah, you're right, you're in very capable hands. I see here you're from St. Patrick's College, Silverstream.
Yeah.
You have an a non-summer sport. Do you have another code?
Yeah, football,
Football.
big football guy. First 11 and play for Stop Out as well.
Oh, wow. Nice one. Nice
So
one.
yeah,
How's that going for you?
it's going good.
Yep.
St. Pat's won the Wellington comp.
It's on your knee, so
Didn't
it's
do
good.
as well as we should have at Nationals, but it was going to then Stop Out. Nah, we didn't really do that well.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Stop Out. They're a local club, aren't they?
Very local, yeah.
Oh, nice one.
Yeah.
The team as a whole, you're all getting on pretty good?
Yeah. Like we haven't. This team here, we haven't.
Yeah, it's off the side.
We've only been training for a couple of days.
Yeah.
Started Monday this week,
It's in the river.
and we're already like very tight knit group. So it's just great to see.
You staying together, or you all going home?
Nah, we're all going home, just separate families and everything.
Tell us a bit about your aspirations in the sport. Got anything further than representing Hutt Valley, or just doing your best?
Haven't really thought of it, but obviously I want to do my best, and whenever I do.
Mm.
So for this 19's development side, I'll put 100% out there
That's good
and
attitude.
more, and I'll just see where it takes me.
Yeah.
Obviously, I'll probably stay with softball my whole life because I love it.
Oh, that's excellent. That's good to hear.
But yeah,
Did you come through T-ball?
nah, it's actually pretty new to the game, to be honest. I think it's my
Yeah.
4th season.
Oh, nice one.
So no, I was never really into that T-ball thing. Started off at baseball,
Yeah.
and then just got introduced to softball through baseball.
Well,
really.
then we ask the next question is what do you prefer?
Softball, definitely.
Softball.
More fast-paced.
Yeah.
Just more entertaining.
Oh, wow.
Baseball's pretty slow, but and then yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to voice any, opinions one way or the other for both sports, because they both affect the life locally and nationally around New Zealand these days. But it's been good to hear from you, Jude. Good luck for the rest of the tournament too.
I appreciate it having
Yeah.
me. We're gonna need it.
Yeah. Hey, look, it's called the development team for a reason, young
Yeah.
man, and you guys are representing it very well. Appreciate it. Thanks very much
Thank
for
you
coming
very
along.
much.
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Jude Dawson, who sat down and it was good to talk to. Obviously from Hutt Valley softballing royalty, with a koro like John Dawson and an uncle like Terry Nuns. All of the softball community around New Zealand don't need to have any introduction to who those gentlemen were. Welcome back, Craig. We're still 2 outs now in the top of the 3rd inning, with Hutt Valley continuing to lead 1-0 in this ball game.
Yeah, it's good to see Jude come in and have a chat. It's probably the quietest I've ever seen him. He's not shy of a word.
They're all very polite young men when you get the microphone on them, and getting them to say more than 2 words at a time.
No,
Is,
he's a really good kid, Jude.
Yeah.
He's a real hard case. He's funny as gets that.
it's
Very similar to his dad and his uncle Aaron.
Yep.
Play.
Well, we're into the top of the order for Hutt Valley. They do have a runner out at 1, Zarshaw Wallace. No surprises there. He's done that all tournament. Managed to get himself on base. Keenan Easthope up to bat at the moment. There is 2 out.
Too high.
It's interesting to see Tice put Zara in motion here. Actually thought Zara would have been looking 2 bases on that on the base hit up the middle.
Yeah.
Surprised he didn't go to second, to be fair.
Well, we have seen a lot of attacking calls by the coaches. I should think with 2 out, we might see a steal just to get that runner into
Yeah, I would think.
scoring position. If not this pitch, maybe the next one.
I would think he's probably going here, to be honest.
Yeah, well, there we go. There's a nice split screen. We will be able to see him get a jump. See what happens.
Nope.
Wouldn't have been a bad pitch for it
Yeah.
because he took the
Got the
speed off
change
that
up.
one. Yep. Tyson Byrne doing the coaching out there at third base for the Hutt Valley team. Of course, another guy who needs no introduction, long-time Black Sock. We'll call him a former Black Sock these days.
Yeah, obviously ably helped by Joel Evans and Blair Easthope.
Of course, it's
Hey!
Joel out there
Two
at
balls,
first
two
base
strikes.
today. It was Blair yesterday.
I think they've just rotated through them. A couple of...
No.
And
Inside. Inside. Inside.
there goes that steal we were alluding to after, as you've heard, the Jesse Fuller didn't quite agree with that call from umpire Kevin Sheehan. That's why we have the mic, just so that we can hear some of the proceedings that go on between the Blues and the players.
He asked the question 3 times, he got the same answer.
3 times, yep. There we go. This time, Coach Sheehy fires the batter on this occasion for the 3rd out.
Yep.
And it is, in fact, George Easthope who gets struck out. That's the top of the 3rd innings gone by, ladies and gentlemen. Hutt Valley continue to lead the ball game by 1-0. We'll be back for more in just a minute. Well, welcome back to Sorensen Field here in the Hutt Valley, and deeply overcast, I suppose you would call it. There is a little bit of light drizzle, which you can't pick up on, and it's not affecting play as it is. If it gets any heavier, it might. But at the moment, the softball conditions out there are not too bad. The wind is down. And things are going good. The game continues to be quite tight. We're now in the bottom of the 3rd innings, and it is North Harbour in at bat, number 8, Jaden
Good
Tapsell,
blocking, well done.
out to bat there for North Harbour. We are seeing North Harbour continuing to keep things very tight, and showing no effects yet of the long and what must have been very mentally and physically tiring game against Auckland.
Yeah, Jesse Fuller's pitched well. Obviously, from the start of the game, you know, the lead-off triple, and then ever since then, he's probably, one or 2 base hits from there. He's done really well.
Yep. This time we see a hit out to shortstop. Zarshaw Wallace picks it up. Can't get it across to the first base in time. And in fact, it goes astray. So North Harbour give themselves an opportunity early here in the bottom of the 3rd innings. That'll bring to bat number 14, Jesse Harris. See the Harbour dugout all live action and support. Look rather casual and relaxed, don't they?
Yeah. Doesn't look too stressed.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with that. If you can keep the stress out of your body and your mind, you'll probably be a better player.
Fight.
There's a hard hit out to right field. It has drifted towards the line. Nicely fielded out there by Keenan Easthope. It was the other.
Oh, nice play. Good job.
Nice play by Lennox Easthope it was.
You got a little too aggressive there. Great throw.
Great throw by Lennox all the way across the third base.
And then Jack's Baldwin, obviously, with the heads-up play, getting over to second to get the runner trying to take the extra base.
So nice work, but the upshot of all of that is there is an out, but there is also a runner sitting at third base. Bringing to bat number 36, Cameron Schmidt, centre fielder for North Harbour. Tall left-hander with the flowing hair. And he slapped that through the infield. He's completely fooled them with that one as they all came in for what looked like a bunt. And that's a marvellous piece of softball by Cameron Schmidt to score the runner from third base and lock this game up at 1 apiece.
Hit it the perfect spot, undefended.
Yep.
Perfectly through that second base hole.
He shaped the bunt and he's just carried the bat through the line of the ball and just hit it a lot harder than what the Hutt Valley fielders anticipated. Very well done. Nice little slap hit.
Time.
Yeah. Or would you call that a push bunt?
No, a bit of both. But perfectly situated, right? You can't defend that.
No, absolutely. This is a pop fly into shallow centre field. It is Zarshaw Wallace who has gone back and made a lot of ground to take that comfortably for the second out. Paula Cooper Nicola it was. Bringing to bat number 7, JP Gerbes. JP very much a leader in this team. I haven't seen who the actual captain is, but I'll venture to suggest it is him.
Yeah, I saw him take control of that infield once things started to go wrong in that Auckland game. He called time out and went out and had a chat to his pitcher and brought the infield and had a good chat to them.
Yeah, that's good pitch. It dropped in nicely. Yep.
Yeah, kept their heads in the game and kept them fighting. Didn't really put a foot wrong in that game, North Harbour, until Auckland made their fight back in the
nice throw.
6th innings. And that is a great throw by Taika Cope to fire the runner out at second base. Probably one of the stronger arms I've seen get out there, but that'll end the inning. And that was Cameron Schmidt, who was the third out in the bottom of the third inning. So we'll go to the top of the 4 with the game all locked up at 1 apiece. We'll be back in just a minute. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We've now got a very tight ball game. It is 1 apiece as we see Jesse Fuller going back to work for North Harbour out there on the hill. At bat for Hutt Valley is number 4, George McCarroll. Very much seems to be a leader of this batting lineup. He is batting extremely well. Watches that one on the outside of the plate for a strike.
A little bit more on that.
And there's a pop fly out to...
Playing a long way over, George. Playing him to pull the ball. Right field was... I guess in standard right field he probably would have got to that, but he's playing a long way towards centre field.
That's an interesting one if that's where they think George is a fairly straight hitter. It looked to me like he deliberately tried to play that one out, to hit that one out to right field.
strikes.
He spotted it as well. Here we go, this time a non-plus. George McCarroll heads to the dugout after getting struck out. Seen a couple of the batters disagree with the pitchers that have sent them back to the dugout.
Same line that Keenan Easthope was struck out on.
But in all my time, and I'm sure in all your time, Wally, you don't usually see the
umpires
umpires go, no, you're right, come back.
Well, it's a consistent line,
exactly.
It's not that it's changed.
Oh, and there's a middle of the bat this time. It's going out to the fence, and there's a nice catch out there at right field by Jesse Harris.
Ball carried as well, eh?
It did. It sounded like it was going to go over the fence. We just had that crisp whack that the middle of the bat seems to give you. Not to be. 2 down now. And that brings to bat number 7, Jackson Williams. This time he's lined one out to left field. It's going to land in shallow left field. Fielded out there, but Hutt Valley have got themselves a runner standing up at first base. Nice bit of batting by Jackson Williams. Just did enough with the hit to make sure it landed on the grass.
Yeah, they've been pretty aggressive this inning. Obviously, George, then the next 2 hitters both come out swung at the first pitch.
Number 52, Lennox Easthope. Definitely capable of carrying the ball to and over the fence.
It'd be interesting they start throwing him the rise ball again that he chased his last at bat.
First pitch is down.
I don't know if Jesse Fuller was meant to leave that pitch there. I think he wanted it a little higher.
Yeah,
he left that in the middle of the plate.
It was in the middle, and Lennox is probably going to kick himself for missing that one, or helping and not helping himself to it.
It's a bit shy though, keep these Hutt Valley hitters off balance and get them
Oh,
like we said earlier, he makes the ball move well. Yeah,
it's not an easy thing to do because the Hutt Valley lineup is very strong, and the games that I've commentated them previous to this, they tend to hit in blocks. So once one hits, you tend to get 2 or 3 of them in a row.
Yeah.
So yeah, kudos to Jesse Fuller so far, pitching a good game. Obviously getting the calls from Demetrius Sant, who has been a tireless work for them today.
Two men.
We haven't seen, I've seen a lot of pitches throughout the tournament so far. We haven't really seen anyone you would say is of extreme pace for this level, Craig, would we?
No, nothing. Isn't that 2 out? It's 2 out, right? Yeah, I'm not sure what Jack's Baldwin was tagging up there.
Yeah, he probably had 2 along with you, Wally, but I've got 3.
No, it was already 2 and he was tagging. I wasn't sure why he was tagging at second base.
Yeah, that's right. He should have just been going.
Good.
But there we go. It is 3 down now. We'll talk about the pitching in the tournament when we come back with the game locked up at 1 apiece in just a minute.
What's he up to now?
Probably working on his career.
Oh. Beep, beep. What are you up to, Matai?
Reversing.
Have you got your ticket?
Yep. I start a new job driving a forklift on Monday.
I thought you worked in an office.
Don't limit yourself, Brian. It's never too late to make smarter choices. How's Karen?
Take control of your career with Trade Staff.
Well, welcome to
JP?
Sorensen Field here at Fraser Ballpark. The 2024 Under-9 National Softball Championships for the boys, it is. Hutt Valley taking on North Harbour. It's one apiece here in the bottom of the fourth innings. And what we've seen today in a few of the games throughout the Diamonds is a very tight affair. It is 1-1. Back into bat. Of course, he wasn't the out batter in the bottom of the third innings. Is JP Gerbes, who gets another opportunity to get his team started. One apiece, fairly fair reflection of the game, I think, Craig.
Yeah. Been some good pitching. Both teams have spread out a couple of base hits each. Oh, as you can tell, JP wasn't happy with that.
He was not happy with that. There's the long, Is that a technical term in softball, is it?
I'm not sure if it was that or if he was just trying to mimic his dad's grunt.
Yep. Kind of comes out like a soft, girly moan.
Another pitch, like we talked about, the one that Jesse Fuller threw to Lennox East Tape right in the middle of the zone.
Yeah,
JP obviously missed it and
thought he should have helped himself.
Yeah, he should have
helped himself to it. Yep,
he should have. A rare mistake there by Jaden Hitter, left the ball in the middle of the zone.
Brings to bat number 31, Jesse Fuller, who's been impressive through 3 innings of pitching so far in this game. Who lines one out to right field. It is going to shallow right field. Well taken out there by Lennox East Hope. He makes a lot of ground to take that catch right on the chest.
I think we said yesterday he moves for a big boy, he moves quicker than a lot of people give him credit for. He's pretty tidy out there, throws the ball well.
Play.
Yeah, I mean, he plays sport in winter and summer at a high level. And obviously, he is an athlete. Jaden Hitter continuing to go into work. We were talking about the pitching, that we haven't really seen an extreme pace pitcher. Probably the Canadian, who is on the bench for Hutt Valley, Nicholas Need. Possibly one of the faster pitchers in the tournament. Hutt Valley very much seem to be looking after him. Isn't it a lot of work?
No, I mean, they got 2 pretty good pitchers as well, and Jaden and Lennox. I think people coming to this tournament were thinking that Nick's going to get a lot of work.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Yep. I would hazard a guess that Jaden and Lennox will still be doing the bulk of the pitching.
As they have.
Yeah,
absolutely.
They're both good in their own right. Jaden was really impressive yesterday. He's come out today again. Same stuff. Keeps the ball down, gets ground outs, works from in front.
Takes good strikeouts when he needs to as well. I mean, at a time when maybe things threaten to get away, he comes to and hits the spots he needs to. There's a nice field out there by Wallace. Fires it across the diamond. It's unable to be fielded. So that means that Jesse Fuller helps himself to second base and is safe at second.
Time!
Yeah, and back to the pitching side of it. It's an art, isn't it? There's a lot of different ways to do it. Don't just have to be
all velo,
right.
Absolutely. And what we're seeing from a lot of these kids is an ability to pitch around the zone.
How about that one?
We've seen good control of movement.
Okay.
A lot of them have good rise balls and effective drop balls. I haven't possibly seen a change-up used quite as much as maybe it should.
No, I saw Nick Need when he came in yesterday. He obviously threw a lot of change-up. It was pretty effective. But yeah, you're right. There hasn't been too many. I haven't seen too many. Guess I've missed some that have been
most
using a lot of
pitchers have thrown the odd one, but as a weapon, it can be used more. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Because changes in pace very much do keep batters off.
100%. There's not many pitchers in the world that can just keep throwing it past you at the same speed.
Yeah, and you're only talking probably about the top 2 or 3 in the world as far as speed.
Yeah, and even then, most of them have got, most of them have good change-up. A lot of the better international pitchers, if you don't have a good change-up, you get yourself in a bit of trouble.
And then speaking of that was a very good set of pitches by Jaden Hitter to strike out Jack Baker. Harry Common, I think it was actually. Anyway, that ends the innings now, and that's the fourth innings complete. It's going by quite quickly, and the score is still locked up at 1 apiece. We'll be back very shortly to see what happens in the fifth innings.
Your team lose again, bro? I've never seen a ball bounce like that before.
The weekend's for calls. Make yours at tab.co.nz.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to the Sorensen Field at Fraser Ballpark, where we've got a very interesting final game from Diamond 1, which is North Harbour taking on Hutt Valley. Hutt Valley, the local team to Fraser Park, of course. They've got two teams at this tournament. The winner of this game will decide who goes through their section in first place. So although both teams are through, this will decide rankings for the crossover rounds. North Harbour, if they win, will go through first. If they lose, they will actually go through third. And of course, Hutt Valley, if they win, will go through first. So there is interest in this game for that reason alone. And of course, you get a more effective draw if you do qualify in first spot.
Yeah, 100%. You get, I think you carry your wins through too, right? So
carry the points these days, don't you? Yeah. Brian Woolley comes into bat for Hutt Valley, number 39. A powerful chap. Seen him bat and hit the ball very hard for Hutt Valley throughout the tournament. I haven't seen many of the batting stats from day one, but I imagine there'll be a few guys topping 500.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything either, but yeah, it seemed to be a day dominated by the bat for sure.
And there we go. Brian Woolley does become the first victim for Jesse Fuller in the fifth innings. Struck out to make way for number 8, Taikaha Wilson Cope. We saw throw, and no. We've got number 59 coming. Noah Cronin has come in to pinch hit for Hutt Valley. I was going to say we saw Wilson Cope throw out Cameron Schmidt in the previous innings with an absolute laser beam that gave the runner absolute no chance. But 5 innings of work now for his batting lineup, and Tyson Byrne has decided to ring a change and bring in number 59, Noah Cronin. Talk about pitches that go through the middle. That one was right down the tube.
Same thing. He's come out throwing lots of strikes, though, right?
Yeah,
like worked from in front. Effective.
Yeah, strike 2 early.
Still
Two strikes.
Still the best pitch of the game. First pitch strike, right?
Yep.
Doesn't matter how you do it.
Well, if you can get a strike on the first pitch, it's good, but it's also the statistically the best one to hit. A rather well-versed man in softball told me that, and former coach, Don Tricker. Who was an interested spectator here today.
I didn't see him here.
Yeah, Don was here. He left a little bit earlier, but I managed to have a quick word with him before he left.
Down here seeing his godson.
Don and Mitchell, his son, up there. When I went and had during my break in between games, I was up in what was very much the Porirua part of the viewing.
Oh, got their own stand out there.
Got their own stand out there, yeah. Yep, a couple of the Porirua boys are out there, and Zach Boyd and a couple of others. Of course, Don himself, who is a Porirua man through and through.
That where you're from, Gary?
From the west coast of the South Island originally, but yeah, spent most of the rest of my life in Porirua up until the last couple of months, where I've decided to see what the better weather is all about, and I live up on the Kapiti coast.
Nice. From one extreme to the other, west coast to the Kapiti.
West coast to the Kapiti coast, yeah. Yeah.
Go.
Yeah. And we see.
I think Noah Cronin thought there was a foul ball, but it was just a missed bunt.
Oh, it actually not touched the
No,
bat. I actually thought it was a foul ball as well.
It came off the catcher's glove.
Yep. And while we were talking about Don being on the ground, how did Noah get onto the base there?
He had a little flare to third base that kind of just bounced in front of him.
Oh, nice.
One of those ugly spinners.
Yeah. Jesse Fuller continues to get the job done. He strikes out Lincoln Foley. 2 Ks and 3 batters. Zarshaw Wallace, the way he's been going in this game, you might as well put him on first base. I don't want to shake the bones at the young man, but he's got it on a string at the moment.
Put a couple of decent swings in.
Yep. And there we go, Fuller once again, keeping it in the zone on that very first pitch. We've got some pretty smart chaps out there, we'll recognise that. I'm pretty sure we'll see some first pitch swings take a hold maybe in the next innings. There he goes, fouls that one back, goes hard at the ball.
Yeah, it's getting pretty late. What are we, top of fifth here?
We are in the
tight ball game. What are we, 1-1?
1-1, yep. It's going along quite quickly. We are running behind the schedule, of course, after that extra innings game between North Harbour and Auckland. The Battle of the Bridge, as it's wont to be called. But North Harbour will certainly have earned their rest at the end of today. All the teams will have, but...
Got the late start, right?
Yeah. Not everyone will have had an 8 innings thriller like North Harbour did.
They've done really well to bounce back here because that's tough. Tough to bounce back.
It is. You're absolutely right. Jesse Fuller ended the innings on the mound for them. Helped close it out when it needed to be closed out.
Yeah.
By then, unfortunately, the game was gone. Came in that 8th inning. When Auckland had scored 7 or 8 runs in that last innings. And that's a nice job by Fuller to strike out Shaw Wallace. 3 strikeouts he recorded in the 4 batters there did Jesse Fuller, just to show that North Harbour are definitely in this one. It's 1 apiece as we head to the bottom of the 5th innings. We'll be back to find out what happens in just a minute.
4:59.
What's he up to now?
Probably working on his career.
Oh. Beep, beep. What are you up to, Matai?
Reversing.
Have you got your ticket?
Yep. I start a new job driving a forklift on Monday.
I thought you worked in an office.
Don't limit yourself, Brian. It's never too late to make smarter choices. How's Karen?
Take control of your career with Trade Staff.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're in the game between Hutt Valley and North Harbour. It's Hutt Valley that have made a change out on the hill. Jaden Hitter, who performed very well through 5 innings of work there for Hutt Valley, 4 innings of work, has made way for the local Canadian import, Nick Need. Nick probably will add a little bit of interest to proceedings. He's a Canadian national junior pitcher. Ooh. And very well performed and comes to us fresh from pitching for Canada and Mexico.
Yeah, going to see a lot more change-ups out of Nick too. We talked about it before. He's got a nice change-up, makes the ball move, got all the pitches. It's a good rise ball change-up combo too.
And brings a little bit more gas than we've seen from a few of the pitches today, but that doesn't mean the quality of that pitching has been any less, because we have seen some good guys in operation out there. Nick starts the proceedings with a strikeout. Demetrius Sanf was the batter who just got struck out. He makes way for number 8, Jaden Tapsell. Hutt Valley, with this change, Craig, very much looking to keep the Harbour batting quiet as we head towards the later stanzas of the ball game.
Yeah, Jaden came out through 4 good innings.
Would have been a planned change, you think?
I would say so. Yeah. Yeah, I had a message earlier from Denver asking me when we would see him, and I thought Jaden would go 3 or 4 and then make the change.
Yeah. Yep. Well, with your own coach's hat on, it's something you probably would have done.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, absolutely.
Like I said before, like this Hutt Valley team, they've got 3 pretty good pitchers.
Yeah.
They're not going to. There's not a big difference between all 3 of them.
Play, 2 strikes.
All very different too. So their repertoire is all totally different. Jaden's more of a contact ground ball. Comes out, throws lots of strikes. Like I said, Nick's probably a little more rise ball change up. And
yeah, you're right.
Lenny's a bit of everything.
Yeah, it's a luxury that Hutt Valley have got that maybe not a lot of the other teams do have. 3 very accomplished pitchers, all of them with their own attributes. As we see the second out, this time it's a ground ball back to the pitcher.
Yeah, like I said too, there's not very often you get 3 that are decent and they're all totally different. Like it's not like you got 3 that are the same. They're all.
Well, you'd think if they added the
totally
left-handed,
if one of them was left-handed,
wouldn't it?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Number 14, Jesse Harris, comes into bat for North Harbour. As we see Nick Nee continue to go to work. He's a busy pitcher out there.
Yeah. Not too sure where that missed. He's got the typical Canadian. They come in, work quickly.
Yeah.
Comes out.
Full of power and strength and confidence. There's a nice hit by Jesse Harris. I've got a feeling that that's going to go all the way. And indeed it does. It goes deep and over the fence for a home run. Jesse Harris hadn't done a lot in this ball game up until then, but he definitely helped himself to a home run off the Canadian.
Yeah, he hit that hard. Well, he didn't swing hard, just met the ball carried.
Yeah.
He didn't miss it, though.
No, it just had that nice, healthy, it's gone out of the middle.
Yeah.
Whack on it. But stood and delivered.
That's what you got to do, though, isn't it? However you get it. the old middle of the bat in the middle of the ball.
Yep. And that means North Harbour sneaked their lead back. 2 runs to 1. Brings in number 36, Cameron Schmidt. Cameron, the tall centre fielder for North Harbour. And Nick pulls the strings on that one.
Oh, well. Not too sure how two umpires missed that.
But
they got away with it.
The bat came around, but came around slowly, but it did indeed come around. Anyway, the question was asked, and umpire Farquhar at third base said no swing. To be fair to the Blues, I haven't seen one award a swing when asked the question in the whole tournament. So that's consistency in my mind.
No, I've got it. Time's out. Yep, way goes. 2-2.
Right, there we go.
Play. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Schmidt fouls that one back. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes. The call on him.
Slipped that change up a little high.
Yeah, there's a high drop. Didn't quite drop fast enough. Especially on a guy whose strike zone's about 5 foot tall. This time he lays the slap on it to go straight back to Need. Fires it across the first base for the third out of the innings, but not before North Harbour helped themselves to a solo home run to Jesse Harris. What a home run it was. It went deep and it went back. North Harbour now back in the lead by 2 runs to 1. We'll be back for more action in just a minute.
Go.
There we go, ladies and gentlemen. It has been a very tight ball game here at Fraser Park, but we've just seen it lit up by a solo home run by Jesse Harris. Somebody in the pool for North Harbour is going to be smiling widely. But it is North Harbour who enjoy a slim and narrow 1-run lead. You will not sleep on that against this batting lineup, because certainly Hutt Valley are capable of getting this back in the blink of an eye. Up to bat for them is number 3, Keenan Easthope.
Yeah, Jesse Fuller's done a great job. I mean, I wouldn't be betting against him at the moment either. You know, he's come out, worked from in front again. You know, just hit his balance off balance all day and come out and throw a great game.
Yeah, we just saw a camera shot there of young Jesse Harris.
Play. 2 strikes.
Jesse Fuller, as you've just mentioned, continues to go to work on Keenan Easthope. It is this time 2 strikes on him Fires a waste pitch high in the zone. High above the zone, I should say.
Hey.
Don't know how dark it can get without actually calling it night, but it does seem to be getting a lot darker again. We can't really see it looking straight out there even here from the commentary position, but it is a little bit of steady drizzle out there. It has been falling throughout the ball game. Does not seem to be affecting the pitches in operation.
No. It's,
3 and 2.
there's a good at-bat here from Keenan East to start the inning.
He is forcing Jesse Fuller to throw more pitches than he's used to. It is a loaded count. Gets one in the middle of the zone, doesn't get to take advantage of it.
Joel, I've got the other one. And come back, Joel. The other one. Top. Yeah. Play. 3 and 2.
That one, great comeback from Jesse Fuller to strike out Keenan Easthope for the first out. That'll bring to bat number 4, George McCarroll. Right in the meat of their order, Craig, here in the 6th inning, so they would be looking to get something started.
Yeah, great job by Fuller, come back. You know, same thing, don't want to walk the lead-off hitter, come straight right back at him.
This time it's George McCarroll who swings hard at the first pitch. That pitch was indeed right in the zone too. So we have seen a few of those, and Hutt Valley hitters not able to take advantage of it yet. They don't sleep for long. When they do come awake, they do tend to hit the ball to all parts of the field.
Another hitter in an 0-2 hole.
Yeah, it has been a feature of Fuller's pitching that he has managed to get ahead of the counts.
Pitched a great game.
Hey!
Do you think there should be a change coming
strikes
for North Harbour? Well, I say it because they neglected to make one in the previous game that they probably should have made.
Yeah.
Hutt Valley have already done it with their pitcher.
No.
Yeah, that in the earlier game, as you say, you look at down the left field line, and there North Harbour pitcher is warming up out there.
Yeah, it's an interesting one, and it's always an interesting call about when. And sometimes coaches get it right, and sometimes coaches get it wrong. As we see a foul ball down the third base line.
And to be fair with Jesse, he's not really showing anything that he's not. He's getting tired or anything like that. You know, he's not struggling. He's not falling behind. You know, you can usually there's a few telltale signs usually.
The thing at this level now that does happen is guys are starting to get well into their second bats with them, and they do get used to the speed and the placement, and that's when things usually start breaking loose. Good batting sides, that's for sure.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Ooh.
George lucky to get out of that one as he tried to pull out of that swing. Good battle going on here right now.
Yeah,
again, another Hutt Valley batter looking to take Jesse Fuller into a deep count.
Dead ball!
Does it again?
Yeah, just going right at him.
Yeah, fending it off. But yeah, I mean, something does need to break loose for Hutt Valley in this. And I mean, they're only 1 run down, which is nothing, essentially. It's not nothing at the end of the 7th inning.
Swing of the bat.
But right now it is nothing. This one high. It goes back behind the first base dugout.
Turn into a good battle between these two.
Yep. Well, Jesse Fuller just keeps peppering that strike zone. It's in and it's out, it's up and it's down, but it's in the strike zone. As you say, he's very much working into the zone.
Tight.
If he's had a waste pitch, it's usually been high and outside.
Yeah.
Play.
He's doing a good job of keeping that kind of low-rise curveball thing throwing that just off the plate.
Just off. This time he's forced George McCarroll to hit it straight back at him. He's fielded it comfortably to take the out at 1 for the second out of the innings. Brings to bat number 55, Caden Alexander Hall. It's a big unit, this kid, so another one if will hit with power if given the opportunity. Jesse Fuller's managed to keep that quiet for now.
Ooh.
And let's not forget the run that Hutt Valley did score came way back at the top of the first innings.
First hitter of the game.
Yeah.
So pretty much shut them out.
Scampered home from third base after getting himself on.
Pretty much shut them out for 6 innings from there.
We're just chuckling there. I thought that pitch was
Same
on
pitch.
a similar line that got called a ball, but yeah.
I think both of them probably strikes, to be fair.
Again, if it looks like a strike to me and the blue calls it a ball, I will back the blue. I'm not going to be controversial with just the blues out there because our umpires do a fantastic job.
Yeah, and zone's been consistent in this game. You know, like it's...
Yeah.
Play. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
It's a nice inside pitch.
All good?
You're not got much chance of hitting a pitch like that when it's right in on the hands like that.
You're not going to do too much with it.
No, it's just going to maybe second base if you're lucky. Turned on it pretty quickly, but there's not much chance of getting a lot on it.
1 and 2. Play.
Jesse Fuller did a fine job on the Hutt Valley top order on that occasion. There's 3 up and 3 down. North Harbour head to the dugout. Still supporting a slim 1-run lead over Hutt Valley. They lead the ball game by 2-1. And we'll be back in just a minute with more action.
He might not look like much in an apron, but that's John Miller, loving husband, relatively reliable plumber, and holder of the Bledisloe Cup and 2 Investex Super Rugby titles. Don't let the heels fool you. Wendy crushed 2 of the biggest names in men's tennis to go all the way at Wimbledon. Tony, one of New Zealand's most impressive multi-sport players. Multi, try playing and taking out a rugby league grand final, a grand slam, and the New Zealand Cup all at once. Mary Adams came from nothing to take Cleveland to the playoffs. Where to next? Well, she won the New Zealand Derby with Ginger Nuts. Finally, meet Richard Sykes, a man with many loves, 80s hip-hop, whose dog barked Twain, and winning, specifically, the Cup final at Wembley. Now it's your turn. TAB, now you're in the game.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We're at Fraser Park, Ballpark, Sorensen Field it is. Number 1 diamond here at the ballpark. It's North Harbour v Hutt Valley. We're in the bottom of the 6th innings. A very tight affair as North Harbour who continue to lead by 2 runs to 1. And let's not forget the winner of this game goes through to tomorrow as the top qualifier in the pool. So there is a little bit on it for both of these teams. Up to bat at the moment for North Harbour is number 11. Top of the shop for them, Paula Cooper Nicola. Pitching change was made an innings ago by Hutt Valley. Jaden Hitter, who performed very well through 4 innings of work, was made way for Nick Need, the Canadian international who has visited Hutt Valley this year and has been very welcome into the New Zealand setup as a guest player.
It's good about here from Paula as well. I haven't seen a hell of a lot of him play. He impresses me though every time I see him play.
Yeah.
He's good. I like his energy.
Shares it with his siblings.
Yeah.
Who are very highly performed as well. Tikarika Cooper Nicola, of course his brother. As we see a swing and a drop pitch, taken out at first base.
It's only young, eh? Hold it.
JP Gerbes comes into bat now for North Harbour. North Harbour continue to impress. It was a heartbreaking loss for them against Auckland. But against a very well performed Hutt Valley team, they're going very well indeed. Leading the ball game 2-1. Fine performance so far through 6 innings. Is that a family trait that that must be the... Oh.
Yeah, he thought he was getting that one done too.
Yep. Getting some impromptu coaching from the sideline there. Mr. Brock Adewell saying, get the hands higher. Need seemed to lose control of that rise ball, and it goes over the top of everything.
Yeah, I wonder. Didn't look like Tiger was expecting a rise ball there.
Yeah. I'm maybe.
I mean, I can't imagine they got crossed up because there's no one else on.
I was going to say maybe more to the. Wasn't expecting it to be fired at that spot. But yeah, you might be right. Normally, that sort of miscommunication between a pitcher and a catcher prompts a bit of a meeting, doesn't it?
Yeah. Well, usually there'd be a runner on or something. And cross it up, but yeah, maybe it's just a further out than what he thought. Just the way he reacted looked like he was thinking drop ball, but. JP worked himself into a good count here.
Yeah, actually a feature of the last couple of innings from both sides is the patience of the batters. They're taking the pitches into deep counts. So we see JP once again keeps himself in the competition. In the battle, so to speak. But we saw it with the Hutt Valley batters. They weren't able to capitalise it as they took Jesse Fuller into deep counts. But it was Jesse that won the battle on each occasion with that one. And there we see Nick Need pull the strings on that one. It didn't stay in the zone.
That was a good take though. It was a tough pitch to lay off. It was in the zone there for a while.
It was in the zone for a long time before
good
it
disappeared. Good at bat by JP.
Well done to JP Gerbes. He earns himself a walk. And is safely out there at first base in North Harbour. Once again, give themselves an opportunity. With number 31, Jesse Fuller, up to bat. Let's not forget that the second run for North Harbour came courtesy of a solo shot over the fence to left field by number 14, Jesse Harris.
See Jesse changes the bat. Swinging the green extended earlier.
Ah, well, there we go. The secret weapon. A different bat. you notice teams seem to settle on a bat, and several of the players will use the same one. It's an interesting one. They've all got their own bats in their bags. Well, most of them, or pretty much all of them, have. Here we see a attempted steal by Gerbes. The throw this time not quite on the mark, and it's Gerbes who is safe at second base. Nice job by Gerbes. First of all, to get himself on base and then to take that steal. With not much happening in the batter's box for either team at the moment. Possibly another steal on from 2 to 3. I've seen a couple of successful ones today, which seem to catch infields by surprise.
Yeah, not too sure what they'll do here with, obviously one of their better hitters in the box here. You also don't want to take the bat out of his hands, right?
No, Jesse Fuller is probably on a high from just the way he's pitching, so he's possibly going to see the ball. Maybe not as big as a pineapple, but
the thing it called time out, but that was quite
the bat, we don't know. I haven't got the batting team calling time. Okay, but I've got them calling time.
the debate was there on which team called time. I'm not sure what the upshot of that would have been, other than you've used your timeout for the innings.
Yeah, I'm not too sure what they which team was actually asking who'd called time.
Well, Tyson came out of the dugout and said, I only came out of the dugout because they called time.
Yeah.
And we heard that on the microphone, but the microphone the umpire's wearing seems to start cutting out at around about third base. So you can't quite get the whole
strategic
meeting there. But the upshot of that bat was Jesse Fuller has struck out to Nick Need on this occasion. Bringing to bat number 19, Jack Baker. For North Harbour. And you're right, you're seeing Nick Need employ the change-up a lot more than a lot of the other pitchers.
Yeah, more so than anyone else.
Yeah.
Well, from what I've seen anyway. So.
It is a pitch that you've got to have a lot of confidence in, because obviously taking the speed off it, there is a risk, especially if you hang it in the zone.
Yeah, he seems to keep his down too, right? Like the takes they have taken when it is, when they've taken it for a ball, it starts in the zone and then drops away, which is perfect. Where
you want it in the eyesight and just there,
you can't do much with it
gone.
when it's down there.
Yeah.
It's pretty nasty.
There we go. That one looked like it disappeared as well, but umpire Shee disagreed as he fires Jack Baker to the dugout for the third out. And a strikeout here in the sixth innings. It is now complete. North Harbour still ahead by 2 runs to 1. We'll be back in just a minute with more action.
I put my head up and I saw them.
Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are now in the 7th innings, and it's North Harbour v Hutt Valley. It's North Harbour who continue to lead in what's been a tight and exciting ball game by 2 runs to 1. Hutt Valley, the equation is fairly simple, Craig. They need a run or they're out of here.
Yeah. Doesn't get much simpler than that, does it?
No, that's correct. And to do that, I would suggest they would need to get at least the lead-off hitter on base.
So you blocked me that one, so I can't see that one. Yeah. No, it's blocked. Blocked.
What's he saying, that he can't see it?
Oh, he basically said that the catcher got up and was up in front of him and he couldn't see it. Yeah.
Gives him no choice but to call a ball.
Yeah, I don't know. Tough one. Tough when you throw it and it hits the middle of the plate.
He's making sure he's got a good view of this one.
And make-up call. Yeah.
And indeed, it gets a strike.
The make-up call there, obviously.
Yeah, I think you're right. Because I didn't see much wrong with the previous pitch.
No, the last pitch was right down the middle.
This time he's a fired one out to centre right. And there's the centre fielder out there, Cameron Schmidt, that takes it. So Jackson Williams holds out in the outfield. Out of all the recent at-bats we've seen, and they've taken Jesse Fuller deep into counts. Craig, probably not the smartest at-bat we've seen.
Yeah, 2 ball 1 strike count.
Just for the simple reason he possibly could have laid off it. And
probably hit a pitch outside of the zone.
Yeah, but that was close to being out off the plate.
Yeah.
Never mind though, he did have a go at it. He hit it well, but he hit it straight down the throat of the fielder.
Yeah, a lot of weak pop-ups, this game.
Yeah.
You know, they kind of haven't almost. Yeah, I don't know. How to explain
Jack's got Jesse Fuller. He's got a sneaky good rise ball as well, though. That's a nice shot. This time Lennox Easthope gets the job. He's gone all the way to the right field fence. He's going to turn. He's going to go to 3. He is moving very, very fast. The ball comes back into the diamond now. A stand-up triple by Lennox Easthope with only 1 out. And that is a fine job by Lennox Easthope to get Hutt Valley back into this game straight away after the early out.
This is where the question starts to get asked, isn't it? Oh, what happened there?
Yeah, looks like a bit of cramp.
Only one of the boys need to attend to him. Let's go.
Yeah, I'd say there was just a bit of cramp from the...
I don't know if he maybe slipped after he threw.
Yeah.
JP? Is it JP?
Is it JP? Yeah, it is. I thought it looked like cramp out the other ways, but even now he's holding the back of his calf.
Yeah. No, I don't know if after he threw, I think maybe a cleat got stuck and he came over himself. I don't know.
35.
Now, if that was me, I'd probably need to stretch it.
35 for 39.
This is probably the question you ask before or around pitching, right?
Oh, yes.
Do you make the change? Do you not make the change? You know, it's
well, straight away they are under pressure.
Yeah.
We both sort of differed when we mentioned it. I thought they should have changed. You didn't, but I'm not going to say yay or nay if a run is scored. I mean, because that takes away from what Lennox has just done, which was a great piece of batting.
Oh, and we get the hindsight.
That's right.
It now, right?
We get the hindsight.
It's same thing. It only takes a swing here and there to change everything.
And it didn't matter who was on the mound. I do suspect. From the quality of that hit by Lennox, he'd have hit whoever was out there.
Yeah.
That brings to bat number 35, Mitchell Shields.
Yeah, pinch
who
hitter.
was pinch hitting for Brian Woolley. Struck out in the previous innings, so that might be why they've gone to a pinch hitter.
Swing!
Doesn't take much for the old tension to change in a game, does it?
It does. When we saw it, every second game today has been a close game on the number 1 diamond. Wellington, of course, run ahead rule against Canterbury, not quite as
good at bat here. Oh wow!
Interesting.
Late call.
It was late.
It was halfway through saying good at bat here
ball
from
didn't
Mitchell
drop
Shields.
though, and it was on the knees, but it stayed there.
Yeah. Just a late call. Don't usually see it that late.
Just, I don't know if it's news, but Jesse Fuller just staying away from the zone a little bit more.
Yeah, well, this is where the
3 balls, 1 strike.
today's early performance starts to come back and starts to right in the back of the brain there.
Yeah, this is absolutely right. That's a better pitch.
He's going to get it.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, nice running from Lennox.
The out got made, and Lennox, he's tagged up and shot down the 60 feet between third and home like a bullet. Slid in and scored to level up the ball game at 2 runs apiece.
It was a nice catch, but a great bit of base running as well from Lennox to score on that.
Now, we do get the benefit of hindsight. In hindsight, we have called him to not catch that.
Nah. In the infield, definitely. It was just some good base running.
Very good base running.
Because it wasn't a bad throw to the plate either.
It
wasn't. It was a good slide. It was just good softball,
Good softball. That's what we're here to do. We're here to watch good softball, and that's exactly what we just saw. Right from the time Lennox hit that hit all the way to the right field fence.
Oh! It is out! Yeah!
And there is feeling in this ball game. As we see Taikaha Wilson
Judgment, his
Cope
foot was right out here.
given
I'm
out
quite happy with
for
that.
batting out of the box.
His foot was right out. I've got his foot right out the box. Judgment call. What's up to the ball? It's an out.
There we go. The Hutt Valley boys feeling hard done by that call, but there's only one man out there with the final call.
That's all right.
I must admit, it's not a favourable call that I like to see. I don't like, and
it was a great job done by.
I don't like to see umpires. I don't see how you can be watching where the ball's coming and the feet at the same time.
But I understand what you're saying. I'm not here.
Yeah, they see it all the time in the college softball in the US, and I don't like it there either. It's like your job is to be watching balls and strikes. To me, I don't see how you can watch balls and strikes and feet at the same time. But that's just me.
Yeah, quite. Yeah, no, that's an interesting one, Craig. You're right, but they can't be watching.
Well, I'm just under the thing. You can't be watching both at the same time.
Both at the same time, yeah.
But
to be fair,
he's
that
in charge.
ball was nearly at his feet.
Yeah. I thought when he made the first call, he thought he'd run into it out of the box.
He dropped a nice bunt.
Yeah.
A very nice bunt. Going forward in the box, to be fair, I must admit that you say the umpire couldn't see both at the same time. Well, I wasn't looking at both at the same time either.
And I'm not saying
so I don't know whether he was in and out.
Not saying he's not right. It's just I don't see how you do both. But to be out the front of the box is a long way. A lot of times you see that the college stuff or a lot of those lefty slap, it's because they're outside of the line of the box, not out. He's basically said that Taikaha is out the front of the box, which that's 2 meters from where he started. So
yeah, that's right.
It's a long way down.
He started right at the back of the box.
Yeah. So, but he's in charge.
He's in charge.
If we knew what we were doing, we'd be out there, wouldn't we?
Yeah, he's made his presence felt. I don't even know if they're not be brave enough to be out there. I have umpired a lot of games.
That's why we're stuck in here, mate.
And didn't feel the need to ever take it up as a career. Here's another bunt for North Harbour this time.
Nice play.
And that's a close play at first base.
That's a great play.
It's a nice bunt by Harry Common, but the infield for Hutt Valley were up to it. And dare I say,
that's another thing, just good softball again.
In the
great
bottom
bunt,
of the seventh innings.
good speed, nice play.
We've seen some beautifully executed softball in the last 15 minutes, 10 minutes. It's been fantastic. Demetrius Santh up there now to bat for North Harbour. Has been unlucky, I would say. He's hit the ball, 2 fielders, but without getting it through or past. This time we see him hit it back to the pitcher, who takes the out. That's going to bring to bat number 8, Jaden Tapsell. And lying in wait, should he get a chance, will be number 14, Jesse Harris.
Home run Harris. Maybe double up on the pool.
Yes. This time he's lined one down the third base line, comfortably fielded out there.
Again.
All the speed in the world, but he can't beat out the throw at first base. So that is a fine job done by Hutt Valley.
Fans are getting their money's worth today.
They are. We're about to go to the 8th inning tiebreaker.
Another tiebreaker.
We'll have a talk about that when we come back in just a minute.
Your ideas, your plans, your vision for your dream home. At Golden Homes, we work with you to create a home you'll love living in. With total design flexibility, our exclusive gold standard building system and Zog steel framing proven to withstand magnitude 9 earthquake activity, your new Golden Home will have all the strength, comfort and sophistication you've been dreaming of.
It's a better home, your own. Golden Homes.
Golden Homes. Call 0800 22 22 36.
Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We've had a 6th and a 7th inning in this ball game. It's all locked up at 2 apiece between North Harbour and Hutt Valley. What more can you expect from a game that has now given us everything but a tiebreaker innings? We're in the tiebreaker. We've got a runner out at 2. The last tiebreaker we saw today was Auckland v North Harbour, and it was Auckland that made no race of it when they scored 7 or 8 runs in that tiebreaker innings. And it's Hutt Valley who have gone off to a flyer, stealing immediately and now have a runner safe at 3.
Yeah, it almost looked like Taika was going on the pitch anyway,
I think
right?
he was going anyway, exactly.
Play.
So Taikaha Wilson Copley was the last out of the previous innings. In that somewhat controversial decision, shall we say. And it's Lincoln Foley into bat for Hutt Valley. He's going to need to get something on this because they're going to want to convert that run very quickly.
Yeah, he's got a few tools in the old tool belt, Lincoln. Ooh. He's a good speed, slaps the ball well, bunts well. He can hit for power too. He's a strong kid.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Got to put the ball in play here though.
Slightly behind the count here, but I don't think that'll worry him too much. He's only got one job out there right now, and once again though, North Harbour looking to go all the way with one pitcher, Jesse Fuller. Time will see whether that was the right thing to do or not, but
yeah, well, it's his game to win or lose by the looks of it. I haven't seen anyone warming up for a little while now. They were warming up earlier, but they put a stop to that a couple of innings ago.
There's a nice pitch by Jesse Fuller. The strike was called, but the out is still made at first base.
Not sure what's happened.
Time! Now? He's called now. Yep. He's called it. You can ask him. Yeah. You can ask him.
Well, as we heard, Tyson Byrne has the fielder on the orange base.
Yeah, I'm not too sure didn't hear what he said in regards to which base the fielder was on. I haven't got the first base umpire mic'd up.
No, that would be... the conversation with the home plate umpire was which space was being fielded.
Gone out.
The out does stand. Zarshaw Wallace up to bat now. Lincoln Foley out at first base. Taikaha Wilson Cope at third base. Zarshaw Wallace, who's only failed to get to base once throughout the ball game.
Oh, nice pick.
Good work.
Stopping a run there. Catcher.
Very, very dangerous period for North Harbour there. Possibly a thought of maybe giving Zar the base, I don't know, but and he's done the job. Right out to the centre field fence. He's going to round 2, come all the way to 3. The ball's heading back to the diamond now, and it's gone loose. It's gone loose out there, and Zar's going to scamper home to score himself inside the diamond. 2-run score on that play. And do we say deja vu for North Harbour, Craig? It's too early in the innings to say that, but gosh, that was an error they did not need.
No, it was a good piece of hitting. Obviously, drive that ball.
Yeah,
he
couldn't do anything.
Got himself to third, and unfortunately, just wet outfield. The ball skimmed there. You know, like tough to pick that ball up and throw, and obviously skimmed, hit the fielder, and then took off to the side.
Yeah. This time the bunt's dropped. The throw is made, and again it goes astray. Calm heads just need to prevail out there for North Harbour, who have got themselves through.
What is he doing here? Oh no!
He's called the base runner out.
He's got it wrong. I'm not too sure why he's made that call.
Guys, he's talking to him. Come back.
So I wasn't running in no air.
They can. Yeah, I know.
I think the first base umpire said that Keenan Easthip's made an attempt to go to second, but he's literally just fallen over in the first base line. So hopefully cooler heads prevail here.
But it's judgment. You just said. Okay, so we got an out.
An intention to go, then he slipped over and
Yep. Okay, that's fine.
So he's saying the intention was to go to start with, and then he slipped over.
Oh.
Well, there you go, mate. What would a decent, tight game like this be without a couple of controversial calls?
Yeah, it's not very often you see a runner that's 5 metres to the right of the foul ball line tagged out and said he's trying to turn to go to second, but this is the call was made, so we live with that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, once again, it's a judgment call, so it's not going to change.
No.
But rightly or wrongly, the call's been made, so therefore, in the context of this ball game, it might be a big call. Because you go from 1 down to 2 down just like that. With 2 runs that have scored. Very unlucky Keenan Easthip. This time the ball is lined by George McCarroll straight out to JP Gerbes for the 3rd out. Hutt Valleys have managed to score 2 runs in the innings. So let's not forget that they do lead the ball game now by 4-2 over North Harbour. And we did have a couple of interesting moments in the last couple of innings involving umpires. Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and what a ball game we have had. We're in the bottom of the 8th innings. That's right, we're in extra innings. Tiebreaker situation. Hutt Valley scored 2 runs in their tiebreaker. Top of the 8th. It is up to North Harbour now, who have the runner out at 2, of course, ready to go. What a lot of our pictures don't show you, ladies and gentlemen, just how dark it is here. North Harbour made a couple of errors in their field, which allowed Hutt Valley, or rather gifted Hutt Valley their runs. But Hutt Valley have also had a couple of good at-bats.
Yeah, another good game.
Yeah, another good game.
Like crowd getting their money's worth.
Yeah, definitely. We know how passionate Hutt Valley crowds are around their representative teams. I've been with them and against them and many times over the years. I love their passion out here at Hutt Valley for softball, though. I do love it.
This is what this age grade of softball is all about, though, isn't it?
It's,
you know.
The last hurrah in many cases for parents to support their kids in age grade softball. We're at under 19s, don't forget. And we do have an under 23s, but it's a little bit harder to elevate to that level, especially internationally. Here we see Nick Need gets the job done on the first batter. It was the home run hero from a couple of innings ago. Jesse Harris strikes out here in the bottom of the tiebreaker innings. That'll make way for number 36, Cameron Schmidt. With one out already and the runner still at second base, Wally, they do really need to get him across the 3 somehow, somewhere.
Yeah, I would think they you conserve some outs here, get back to the top of the, like there's 2 or 3 dangerous hitters coming up for North Harbour.
Yeah.
At the top of this order. So, if you can conserve an out here, I don't know if it even needs to be getting the hitter, the runner across, or just trying to get the 9 hitter on base,
Yeah. Either scenario would be good in the context, and he's put one into the dirt, and what a nice piece of batting.
Yep.
And Cameron Schmidt shows that he's got gas to burn as well, as he's scorched down the first base line to be safe.
It's exactly what was needed. Like I said, it wasn't even the fact of him getting across, it just getting back to the top of this order here. 2 or 3 decent hitters coming up
They
for
are
North
at
Harbour.
top now. It's Cooper Nicola, number 11 for North Harbour. They have that runner across at 3. They have the tying runner at 1 and the go-ahead runner in the batter's box.
Yeah, Tyson just calling time here. I think he's seen that his infield was playing in on the line. I don't see. I would I would guess Tyson's gone out to say, hey, let's just play back. The runner at 3 doesn't matter. You know. If I know Tice, that'll be what the message will be. Like, hey, let's just take our outs.
One run is good as is as good as 2 runs.
Yeah, the guy that matters more important. The guy that matters right here is the guy at first base, not the guy at third base.
Yeah.
So I would think if they run in this situation, they'll be trying to take the out at second and give up the run going home, or even a ground ball, try and turn a double play. I can't imagine they're going to be playing for that out at home. Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing.
Well, we have seen Wilson Cope can get the ball to second base in pretty quick time. North Harbour maybe a little bit onto that as well, because we might have seen the steal, but that hasn't come yet. I assume it will at some stage. If not this pitch, then probably the next one if the ball's not hit.
Ooh.
Not even an attempt to look at the ball this time by Cooper Nicola.
Hey.
No, I would. Yeah, be interesting to see what Harbour do here.
Outside.
They're holding their runner back.
Outside.
I would just say to worry about the hitter right here.
Yeah, they've probably already guessed in this situation that an out is not a good thing to give, not freely give anyway.
Struggling to find the zone a little bit here, Nick.
Yeah, and we're seeing Nick under a little bit of pressure. And let's not forget he's given up a home run. Tends to make pitchers scared to put the ball through the middle of his zone.
Ball 4.
Ball 4. Cooper Nicola had to ask the umpire as he didn't indicate. But the upshot of that, of course, is North Harbour have got loaded bases. Double-edged sword, really, because any bases are out now.
It's exactly what you want here, though, isn't it? If you're North Harbour coming up, you got loaded bases. You got your 2 and 3 hitters coming up. Hutt Valley.
Yep.
Same
JP
thing.
Gerbes picked a walk at his last at bat.
He had a great at bat last day.
Yep. And just as we saw prior to this with North Harbour, you're seeing the Hutt Valley pitcher struggling to find the zone.
Yeah. Or just falling behind early in the count. You know, get that first pitch strike.
But Jesse Fuller had lived ahead of the count for 6 innings. And this time we see one slapped into the ground.
Oh. Oh, wow.
Ooh. That was a nice run and slide. Calmer heads prevailing there.
Yeah.
As the celebrations threaten to get away from Hutt Valley.
Okay, I don't think either of us here were picking a double play to finish the game executed like that.
I'm still quite stunned. I haven't said anything yet. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a great double play by Hutt Valley to finish the game. In this case, once again, unfortunately, North Harbour on the wrong end of a extra innings tiebreaker. And this time it's Hutt Valley that do it to them, 4 runs to 2. It's Hutt Valley that rounds out the winner, and another quality game of softball, Craig.
Yeah. I mean, another tough loss here for North Harbour, but they've been in the fight all day, you know, and that's what you want to do at the back end of this tournament, you know, like, it'd be tough for them to take right now, but today's Friday, you know.
Yeah,
Title's
that's right.
not won till Sunday.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, they're through regardless. That game decided 1 and 3. In this case, it's North Harbour who will go through as the third place team.
And they already showed great resolve to stay in the fight this long, you know, after that loss earlier today. You know, and there should be heads up here too, because they did, even in the last inning here, stayed in the fight and got back to a point where they were, you know, a slide away, or you know, like.
Well, the other thing, of course, on the other side of the coin, we've seen Hutt Valley come through a very, very tough game, and show character to come out in the end and win it. We also saw that, unfortunately, again against North Harbour with Auckland earlier. So both teams. And North Harbour are not out of it as well as, of course, in terms of the tournament. Show their credentials for going deeper into this tournament.
Yeah, for sure. Just obviously with the format, you know, makes it tough not being able to take any wins through. But you know, if they show the same fight they've shown today, you know, like they'll be there or thereabouts come Sunday as well. So. Yep.
I like the way that Tyson just came out to his boys and quietened them down there as the celebration threatened to overflow there. He recognises there's still a lot of work to do in this tournament. It is day 2 in this tournament, and that is the final game on Diamond 1. Done and dusted for day 2. It's Hutt Valley who beat North Harbour by 4 runs to 2. A gallant North Harbour, we'd have to say, all day we've seen on Diamond 1. But once again, they go down in a tiebreaker thriller, and that is an 8 innings tiebreaker thriller. So 4 runs to 3. The run did count. I'm just reliably informed. That doesn't affect the result, however. So for Ballpark Broadcasting, I'm Gary Rahi, your play-by-play commentator. Thank you for accompanying us today. We look forward to bringing you these wonderful games of softball again tomorrow. And for Craig Wallace, my colour commentary, Jason Gerbes, aka Chopper, doing the video switching all day. It has been a great privilege to be here. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Thank you very much, and goodbye.